สวัสดีค่ะ and welcome to Morning Thailand อวรรณสอนเครือหงส์
And I'm Thananaphat Noivien. Good morning, and you're watching this edition of the show on the Thursday, September the 12th, 2013. And of course, Khun Gop, in the headline this morning, we have an update of the incident of Thai Airways aircraft that skidded off the runway on Sunday at Suvarnabhumi Airport. And also in the political update, we have a special meeting between a veteran politician, Khun Burhan Silapa Acha, acting as a coordinator of the government's reform panel yesterday. He visited the former co-leader of the People's Alliance for Democracy, or the yellow shirt leader.
And everybody is kind of waiting to see what would be the result of it.
Yes.
So we will definitely give you updates on those. However, one of the biggest news on almost every front pages, and you probably have heard about it already since yesterday, due to the fact that the folk singers, the famous folk singer that we have reported about him before, Coon Saiyan Sanya or Coon Saiyan Di Sameu, has already passed away at about 12:30 yesterday. So just a little bit after lunchtime. However, at this point, there are a lot of people visited the Thonburi hospital yesterday, since the hospital decided to allow people to pay a visit. And of course, as you can see, having a little, almost like a funeral bathing and such, due to the fact that obviously he was a very famous singer, and a lot of people were hoping that he would be able to battle this cancer, but due to the fact that the cancer has been spread everywhere already by that time, so he did not made it. Now, giving you a little bit more update on it, they say that during the time yesterday, about 11:30, so just an hour before he passed away, the Dr. Prasit Jiarakun, who looked after his case, actually was talking to the reporters, updating everyone on his condition. And at the time already, the doctor have said that he became a lot weaker than the doctor would like him to be, and they say that there was a lot of respiratory difficulties due to the fact that obviously is just last stage of his life already. And during the time when the reporter was talking to Khun Saiyan manager, Khun Manit Angkinan, there was a phone call that called him and called him up to the room of Khun Saiyan and said that he probably would not make it. So he passed away at about 12:35. However, the nurse that was with him said that he showed a lot of symptom, and the reason he passed away due to the fact that he could not breathe. But apparently the nurse claimed that he several times tried to hold his breath because probably the pain might be too much for him to bear. Unfortunately, they did not be able to hold on to his life, obviously, and they say that Khun Saiyan wished to have his body to remain at Vichitkanimit Temple. That's very close to his mother's remainings and such. However, due to the fact that he's very famous and the temple was just going to be too small for all the fans, so they're going to go to Rai King Temple in Nakhon Pathom province instead, and then they will cremate him and take his remains to stay in Vichitkanimit Temple. So as for today, all the fans will be able to visit him and pay their last respect at about 2 p.m. today at the Rai King Temple
in Nakhon Pathom province. But the thing is, he had been diagnosed just several months ago, right? And his condition has been deteriorating because he denied having treatment by chemotherapy.
And he went to several of the concert, and the thing is, the concert that he was supposed to have on the 14th, obviously at this point has been postponed, and they might have to cancel it, as he's already passed away. But there's still a debate on that, whether or not they will actually cancel it altogether. Now, moving on to another news, there has been a scandal. This has been surfaced for quite a while now, for a few days, but obviously it's still in social media, but this time it hit the front page. We talk about Khun Burhan Silapa Acha, who obviously as the coordinator of the reform panel, Khun Burhan has been in another scandal of late due to the fact that there was a picture of him with a famous actress who or Khun Manao. Now, this particular actress, Khun Maniwan, she's also Miss Teen Thailand 2008. So a former Miss Teen Thailand, and obviously in the picture they were quite cozy. However, if you haven't realized who she was, then you probably would believe whatever that has been labeled the caption, because apparently the picture has a caption saying that this is his mistress and she's actually pregnant. That was in the picture. So at this point, Khun Saiyan or Khun Manao has to come out and explain to everyone, saying that was her, yes, but it wasn't, a picture of being by themselves and such, because she said that was taken during the time that they went to watch a football match in Suvarnabhumi province, and she knew him for a long time already. And according to Khun Banharn, he said that he knew Khun Manao due to the fact that Khun Manao is actually one of the students that receive a scholarship from his foundation as well, because Khun Burhan is well known in Suvarnabhumi province. Now they say that Khun Manao has shown a lot of pictures of that day, so this was one of it. And it said that there was Khun Toon from the Body Slam band, as well as Khun Rachawin, who was a famous actress as well in that room. So obviously this was just like a part of it. And at this point they say that the Channel 7, who represents her, as well as her manager, along with her, went to the police station to press charges against those who actually defamed,
who released this
picture. And wrote down that caption that has been surfaced on the social network. So be very careful, obviously, at this point. Charges will be pressed against those who distributed. So.
Well, a lot of rumors have been circling around because Khun Burhan's wife, Khun Ying Jamsai Silapa Asha, has been disappeared from the public for quite a long time.
And they say that she went to, ordain herself and meditate and such. So they claim that was due to the problem. But, to clear all that accusation, no, that wasn't Khun Burhan's mistress. It was just, one of the picture that tried to give him bad names.
This is where Khun Burhan talked to reporters, saying that someone is trying to discredit him while he was representing the reform panel of the government. So it involves politics. Now back in the capital in Suvarnabhumi airport, the development of the case where the Thai Airways Boeing had skidded off the runway of Suvarnabhumi airport, and yesterday the investigation team has concluded that it was due to the defects of the landing gear on the right part of the Boeing aircraft, and they're trying to open the runway. The part of the runway was closed since that Sunday night, right, causing a lot of delays. The eastern part of the runway. And yesterday, the officers have been able to reopen the eastern part of the runway after they already taking the aircraft away from the incident, the scene where the incident happened. The Transport Minister Khun Chachat Sithipan was there yesterday as well. He said that the entire runway was reopened at around 10 after 8 p.m. last night, after they had been able to hauling the damaged Airbus A330-300 from the crash site. The reopening of the runway had been postponed 3 times, from 6 a.m. of Wednesday that I reported yesterday to noon, and then 6 p.m. before it was cleared for safety. The delay was caused by the heavy rain that hampered the efforts of authorities who tried to clear the runway and also taking the aircraft away. Now, Thai officials successfully moved the plane out of the spot to the temporary parking space to clear the way for cleaners and also officials on the final check of the runway, whether it is safe enough to use, because there seems to be damage on the runway. Well, they said that initial investigation blamed defective right landing gear for the accident, but the department will send the jet's black box to Airbus in Toulouse, France, or its office in Singapore to find out what exactly happened on that night that led to the crash and the incident that followed. The crash damaged a 1.6 kilometer long stretch of the runway surface, and it was repaired on Monday, but it was ruled to be unsafe to use until the plane was taken away to the parking spot. The Airport Authority of Thailand estimated damages caused to the runway at around 1 million baht.
Wow. Well, that's good that we got to reopen because, like I said, this is a transit point of many flights. So we probably lost a lot of money by not being able to reopen. Now, moving on to another news very quickly here. There has been another report of a murder. This one is actually involved a monk, and it's very sad due to the fact that this is in Pranakonsi, Ayutthaya province, and the monk was 92 years old. Now, Prat Chaliao Thammawaro passed away due to the fact that he was thrown from his residence where he stayed. As you can see here, this is an old Thai, traditional Thai house. So the bottom or the lower floor is always empty, and obviously he was thrown from the second floor of this particular house, and they say that people went into the Tan En temple and found him just to the side of the house there, and they say that once they get into the house itself, there was a report of everything just around everywhere, scattered around. So it shows that there probably some kind of robbery happened, and several of the amulets was missing, and the gold amulets was missing, and obviously at this point they believe that it was probably the robbery hoping to get his belonging. Now he passed away due to the fact that he was thrown from the second floor of the house.
It's really sad.
Yeah, it's very sad. So at this point, the police is take a look at everyone there and talk to the witnesses to make sure that this culprit, the suspect, has bring forth to justice. Obviously, this is one of the sad news that we have this morning.
With that, we're going for a short break for now.
Just take a breather, right?
And we'll be right back. Still, there's reports of an incident down south again, and
Violence.
also an update of the protest.
The protester, apparently we're going to have to brace for more protests, so please stay tuned.